Hello everybody and welcome back to Somerset Farm. We're still in March and we are carrying on exactly from where we left off in the last episode. So we're in field 7, so we've got this one here and that one over there, which I'm thinking of putting sunflowers in. That should be enough. We're going to turn that into sunflower oil. So let's go ahead. Sunflowers are selected. Turn her on, drop her down, and let's just go do a quick run around the edge. And then we need to look at leasing a potato planter because we need to put potatoes in that field. That could be done this month, and then I'm guessing by the time we've done these two fields and we've done the potatoes, I think it's pretty much going to be starting to go dark. I'm hoping we should be able to get it done. Oh, this is going to be very close to the edge of the map here. Okay, very nice. Drop it down again. Let's just go around. I do love this planter. It literally does everything. I just love how turning around as well. It's so easy, so flexible. 3-point hitch on the front. You can just literally almost like snap it in half. It's great. Nice working width. This one's spin modded, so it does take pretty much does everything. So you don't need, you got planters and seeders. This is both in one. Hence why we can do sunflowers now. We can literally just swap straight over from oats to sunflowers. Just going through the hedge again. Just ignore going through the hedge. Now, what field's that there in front of us? I do believe that's one of mine because it's right next to the store, and I think that's got barley in. Oh, the hedge. Yep. Yeah, it's got barley in. Looking pretty good. Looks a little bit patchy. But then, I do believe that is how it's going to look. And we do love a lot of hedge hopping, don't we? I do believe that's how it's going to look. It's looking good. So, when it comes to harvest time, boy, there's going to be a lot, lots to harvest. I am also getting a bit worried about weed killing as well, because it's going to be a lot of herbicide. Oh, there's a wall there. I thought that was another hedge. Well, it's part hedge, part wall. Wall's on the other side. That could be why I can't drive through it. So, yeah, weed time, harvest time. Yeah, that's going to be a task and a half, but it's going to be worth it. Now, we are getting on with this series a little bit. The episodes are running away. We're not a million miles away from hitting episode 20. So if we're stopping at 20... are we going to hit the 5 million profit? I really don't think so. But on this one, I have sort of at least achieved one thing. I did say I want to buy a lot of fields, and thank you to lettuce and tomatoes. Sound like a really bad double act they do, but thank you to lettuce and tomatoes then. I have managed to achieve that and get a lot of fields. If I can get rid of the £1.4 million loan before hitting episode 20, which should be doable, I'd be happy. I want to use some of the slurry then from the cows to go put into one of them to convert it to solid fertilizer. If we can do that, we need solid fertilizer. I've basically run out of stuff in the greenhouse. Solid fertilizer, that should be pretty good. That will at least make it a bit cheaper. I don't know how much slurry the cows have actually made, actually. We need some seed and herbicide. Now, herbicide, you can buy a production. It's just not worth it at this point, really. So I think we will literally just go and take a plunge and go and buy some herbicide tanks and fill up a tanker. Could be expensive. Well, no, not could be. It will be expensive, but it's the only way we can do it, really. So let me go through. We're going to get this field. I'll come back to you just before we finish this field, and then we've got one more over there to do. And then it's time to tackle on some taties. So just this last little bit to do then. Drop it down. Couple of passes and then just got to move on to that field just in front there. Look how you can turn with this thing. Beautiful. Drop that down. There we go. Field of sunflowers all done. There we go, the nice bright yellow field then of sunflower. Just realised there that's got a bit missing. Now, I bought that field off a farmer with wheat already in. I've been ripped off there. There's a patch missing. So, okay, we just got this one to do, and then this one for potatoes. So, let me just get 8 done. Then we can come back and we can have a look at actually putting some potatoes in the ground. So that's field number 8 done as well. I've just got to... This needs a bath. Open the gate so we can get out. Looking good. Apart from this thing, look at the state of this. Jeez. So, this is done now, really. Now, the trailer is right over up the top corner by the trees there to fill these up. But I think we're right. We've still got, you know, a nice amount in. I'm quite surprised it doesn't drink much seed or fertilizer this thing does. It's pretty good. I really thought we were going to get through quite a lot there. So, them 5 bags of each probably wasn't needed. Right, I'm going to park this in here for now because it does actually... This is actually the wrong place. I'm bringing it back to the shed that used to exist here. It needs to go back up that top shed there. This yard's very, very jumpy. Just this map's not optimized well at all. Let's go back. We'll take it back to its normal yard then. We'll get it in and park it up. And then we'll go and have a look at leasing a potato planter. Let's go and drop this off here then. It's back home. It's moving as well. Okay, turn that off. We need to give this a bit of a blast off, really. Can't leave it there dirty like that. Absolutely filthy. So now this being back, alright, it could do with filling up, but I don't think we need to worry too much. I filled it up before doing the sunflowers because I was literally bypassing the truck what has all the bags on, so it kind of made sense. Since that's up here, we need to be able to get that back. Can't leave them out overnight. Tractor, you know, I'm going to cheat on the tractor. I'm going to jump in. If we go and have a look at the tractor now, we'll see the magical button on PC called Instant Wash. Love it. Little splash of water. Brand new. So I've just gone and leased this potato planter for $6,655. It's about $130,000 to buy, and I really don't think it's worth it because this one, like field of potatoes, could be more than enough to last us for a while. So I don't really want to go and buy one of these. Like I said, we're not a million miles away from the sort of the end of the series. So I just think save the money. Every penny counts. So this one's a slightly modded one. It does exactly the same as the normal in-game one. The only difference is you can do popular, potatoes, and sugarcane in this one unit. So that's the only difference with it. Everything else does exactly the same. Well, as you can see, it looks exactly the same. It is the same. Just as if you look on the back, it shows popular, potatoes, and sugarcane. Very nice. Oh, and you can change the color of it. Hence, nice shiny black paint. So I'm going to go get some seed. And I'm not sure how much it's going to take. So I think maybe just 1 bag. I don't think we need to worry about getting too much, really. So let's get some seed. So I've gone for 4 bags of seed because it says it takes 16,000 litres to fill it up. Now, are we going to need all 16,000 litres? You know what? I'm not sure. Best to fill it full because the good thing about it is we can actually take the seeds back out and keep them for ourselves. So it's not wasted. I just think it's going to be a lot better than, you know, keep running back and forth to get some more. 16,000 might not even be enough. We might have to go through 2-3 loads. I'm not sure. Potatoes normally go pretty quick. But who knows? We will find out. So let's get this filled up. I'll see you in the field. So this is the field in question. Then we're going to open this up. I don't think this is a bad looking field for potatoes. I think we're going to get a nice amount. It's a tricky one to guess. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll get some in the ground, see how they go. Now, the only thing I think what's different with this one is I don't think it's got the same, like, grooves that the actual genuine one, the in-game one, actually puts in the ground. I'm not sure. I can't remember actually if it does or not. I think this one might have like a normal smooth texture. So let's go and fire her up. Okay, so you're not seeing things. It hasn't just suddenly changed. Well, it has suddenly changed color. It confused me a little bit because the machine's not turning on. Now, I'm still confused. This is the genuine in-game one. And I did swap it out, and I did go and return the other one, at least this one. And move my potatoes over. Now, this doesn't hold as much. But I'm really confused. Do you just drag this thing? I could have sworn you have to activate it. But it doesn't seem to work. Sorry, this is really baffling me now. Most things you activate, you turn the machine on and it starts spinning, you drop it down and away you go. But this doesn't seem to be working like that. I could have sworn the last time I did potatoes it worked like that. Even if I put the option on here, it doesn't say anywhere. It just says lower or fold, ridge markers. It doesn't say anywhere to actually turn the machine on. Is that right? Am I just being stupid and just sort of forgot this the whole time? It says drop it down and that's it. And you drive. I'm so I mean, it is going in the ground. But is it self-propelled? Well, I mean, it must be. And I could have sworn it was these ones that actually put the proper big grooves in the ground. Now, is that down to the map? Is it the map, and depending on who's done the map, whether you get big grooves? You know, the big, proper, like what normal potato planters do, the big grooves in the ground. This is an in-game planter, so I expected this to work. Now, the modded one, maybe not. Oh, okay, this has left me baffled. I don't know why. I really thought that this was going to be, one, leaving the big grooves, and two, you had to actually turn the machine on. It wasn't self-propelled. That has really baffled me, that has. Is this normal? I mean, it is going in the ground. You can see all the equipment actually moving. And I can see the potatoes going in and it's dropping down. And if you go on the map, it is actually showing the potatoes have gone in the ground. I never knew these were self-propelled. And which one is it that puts the grooves in the ground? If you do know more about potatoes, you've done more potatoes and you're watching this, then please do let me know. Is this right? Or am I just getting lucky that it seems to be putting them in the ground when it shouldn't be? And is the grooves not here? Is that because, well, something's not right? Or is that because, am I missing something? I'm baffled. Well, you can see that two strips, they are going in the ground. That's just really baffled me. I could have sworn it was this planter that actually put the big grooves in the ground. Or maybe it is down to the map why it's not showing the grooves. I'm going to have to look into that one because this is baffling me. I really thought you had to turn the machine on, but not just lower it down. Right, I'm going to set this on a worker, so we're going to go and set course play for this one. And then we'll come back. We'll do a bit of a time lapse to finish off this episode. So course play is set then. The worker is going to sort of maybe just go over the little bits that I've just done because we've done a couple of strips. But the worker is now going to go around and do a headland. Well, it's going to do 3 headlands. Set to do 3. But I've got a feeling we're going to get through quite a bit of potatoes here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to get the wagon or the lorry. We're going to have to sort of take off the fertilizer and maybe put some more seed on. So I'm going to go get that. Get some more seed. Bring it over here. And then we'll come back and watch this guy do a bit of a time lapse. So because I've not got the big shed here now, I have just gone and bought a couple of these racks. So these are new racks from the ones that I've used before. And they literally do just put on anything you want. They hold 14 pieces of whatever. So bags, as you can see, it doesn't change the bags. It's exactly what you put on them. You can go and stack butter, cheese, basically anything. Any pallet you can throw at it in game, any bag, anything you want, you can go throw at these things. These are wicked. So yes, I know it's sort of out in the open, but can't quite take it too realistic. You can put them in a shed, but I don't really want to get a shed just to put these in. Ooh, hot air balloon. So I'm thinking, you know, just put these on here. Fertilizer on here. I don't think we need any more of them. You know, that's going to last us a while. And then obviously seed can go on this one. I have just gone and stacked this trailer up. So we have now got a full load of seed. That's as most we can get on this, this little lorry. Not bad. So we'll go over, take it over to potatoes and see how he's getting on. So there he is then. There's the worker. Not doing too bad, actually. So if I'm right, that's either the second, is it, or third? What do we think? Second or third headland? Maybe the second. Soon he'll be striping up and down. I don't think he's going to get finished before it goes dark. I mean, it's nearly 10 to 5. The good thing with the workers then, it doesn't really matter what time it is. They still just carry on. Not like us trying to struggle to see. This is going for a third pass around, I think. Yeah, it looks to be. Seems to be still quite a fair amount in there, as we can see. Yeah, still quite a few in there. Yeah, I did have to do a little jump then to be able to see what was in there. Alright, so I think we will jump in and see what the worker's doing. Do a bit of a time lapse. Or actually, instead, you know what? Let's get the drone out for this one. We'll send the drone up and we'll do a bit of an aerial shot and we'll watch the worker go up and down.
If I'm the bad one, take a look at yourself in the mirror. If I'm the worst one, ask anybody else who they prefer. If it comes down to me and you, I think that you are the one with a bad attitude. Why start a conflict? You got no clue. Tell me, what is your problem? All these rules you spread doesn't make you feel good too. Cause bloodshed, 'cause I don't really get it.
So the worker's doing a good job here. He has just got a couple of passes to go. Now, I must admit, I'm quite surprised actually at how little. I really thought the potatoes were just going to absolutely plummet. But we still got 38% in and he's done. We've not had to fill up. So I didn't need all the extra seed, but it's not an issue. We'll put him back on the shelf. But yeah, I'm quite surprised actually. The only slight downside to putting so many potatoes in, you can't get them out. So like most seeders, you put in, fill it full. And if it's at least a bit of equipment like this is, when you're finished, you just unload them, get them back into bags, and you put the bags somewhere on your farm. Send the equipment back, everyone's happy. The only problem with these things, you can't do that. So whatever's not used here, unfortunately, will disappear when the planter goes back. That is the only one downside. I don't know why, but that's just how these are done. None of the potato planters do actually let you unload. So it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's not going to be a great amount left in there. I mean, he has just got this one little strip to go. So yeah, it's going to be probably 2,700 and something litres left. But I still can't work out why the ridges are not there. Now we have got ridge markers, but I'm just not sure why we haven't actually got the proper like ridges. Something I'm going to have to look into. Now there is a way to sort that out to make it look a bit more genuine. So we might have a look at the end and see if we can actually do that. And then I think it is going to be time to finish. We are nearly 5:30. It is going to start going dark soon. And this is pretty much the last job that we need to do in this episode, really. Maybe we could put a bit of fertilizer on this, so I might just sort of do that before we do actually wrap up all together for the night. There you go, the worker has finished, so he's going to go and fold all this up. So we will just go and move it while he's doing that over to the side here. And we will let it, we'll just go park it here for now. Turn it off. Now, so as you can see, it has all been done. You can see the whole field is done there. Genuinely, that's been done. You've seen it. You've seen the worker doing it. Nothing dodgy or cheated. But there is a way that we can actually get the actual proper ridges. If you're not sure what I mean, I'm going to show you. So if we stand in the field, on PC we have this thing called Easy Dev Controls, which allows you to do a lot of things like adding money to your account, removing money. You can get rid of objects. You can go into fly mode. There's so many things you can do with this. And one of them allows you to set the field fruit. So if, for example, you've gone and put something wrong in a field, or you started to go and do oats and you're like, oh, I didn't want to do that, I got it on the wrong setting, you can reset the field back to original and then you can start again. So it's good for stuff like that. Or in this case, we're in field 11, potatoes are what's in the ground and it's just been sown. So everything there's fine. If I wanted to, I can go and put stage 1 fertilizer on here. But if we just go through and hit confirm, that is going to basically redo what I've just done. But I want you to see that it's not cheating because I did actually do it. We did go and get the potatoes. We did go through, get a worker and actually put it in. All this is done is made it look properly. That is how it should look. You get these cool little ridges all the way down. That's how the field should have been done, and that's how I really thought that was going to do it. And I'm sure it has done on other maps, but it just didn't seem to do it on here, as you saw in front of your eyes. So all that's really redone. It's not done anything on here. You see, it's still exactly the same. It's just changed the texture. I actually did go and put them in already. Now, yes, I could have saved myself some work and just gone and done that without actually doing it, but then what's the point in doing that? But I think you can understand that at least now I have got the texture right. And at least it looks better. That's going to stay with us now all the way through. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. I would rather that. That's what I was hoping it was going to do. So I will look into that and see either these have got an issue with them, or it's just got an issue with them on this map. But I'm almost sure it's worked on every other map. I will have to go test it and see. But yeah, that's been pretty good. So everything's been done then. So 11, we've done sunnies in them. We've just got corn. And what were we going to do in them now? Was it sorghum? I think it was sorghum in them. We can't do them until next month. So everything's looking pretty good. Everything else on here, though, has had... Obviously, they've had one stage. These have had one stage. It's just this that's not. So I just need to go back and get my fertilizer and obviously give that one going over. And then really, next time we can come back and we can look at doing corn in that top field up there and sorghum in there. But until then, though, that's been a good episode. Good full day of planting. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.